So let's get into it. Tasha K interview with Jaguar Wright's family and ex-husband and son. Let me put out my disclaimer. If you are a Tasha K fan, click off this video. This is not for you, baby. If you are a Jaguar Wright fan, click off this video. This video is not for you. I am a non-biased blogger. I have no dog in this fight. And if you with that, let's get it. First of all, Tasha K, what I want to know is, what do you want us to call this? Because in the beginning, you started off calling it and promoting it like a documentary. But once you dropped it, you are now calling it a trilogy. Okay? And another thing I want to know, girl, is why did you steal Ava DuVernay's Surviving R. Kelly concept? Why can't people be original? That's what I don't understand when it comes to this social media thing. I know that you are inspired by certain things, but at least y'all can do is try to be original. Girl, you could have at least called it Unwinding Jaguar Wright. You know, come up with your own ideas and your own thing. And another thing I want to know, Tasha K, why did you manipulate your subscribers? You manipulated them for monetary gain by putting it on Patreon first, only to turn around and put it on YouTube to get paid again. Girl, I really do see more lawsuits in your future. Okay? Throughout that entire 3-part video, that's what I'm going to call it, a video. You did not state allegedly, not one time. And neither did you put up a disclaimer stating that Jaguar Wright denies all claims, because she does. So that's slander and defamation. Again. Girl, not only did y'all slander Jaguar Wright, y'all slandered her mother and deceased father. Okay? Everything about all 3 parts was not professional. It was tacky, disrespectful, slander, and defamation. Okay? You brought those people on your platform to embarrass her. Everything about that was malicious intent. You solicited those people. You hunted those people down just so they can come on your platform and embarrass her. That's what I got of it. This is my opinion. That's what I saw. That's what I observed. If they wanted to tell their story, they could have and should have did it on their own platform. But they didn't. You solicited those folks. You hunted those folks down. And you brought them on your platform, 2 different platforms, and defamed that woman's character. Y'all slandered that woman. And another thing I want to know is, where is the big budget film? That's what I'm still waiting on, because if this is it, girl, that ain't no big budget. I mean, I'm still trying to process that. You stated it was a big budget film. No, it was not. That was a lie. In my opinion, what I saw, it was either a road trip or a cheap flight. during the pandemic. All you had to do was book a flight. That's if you took a flight. But if y'all drove, all you had to do was come out of your pocket with gas money and buy food and rent hotel rooms. Y'all use the same camera equipment you use for your YouTube video. So where's the big budget, girl? There was nothing big budget about that. There was nothing professional about that. There was nothing classy about that. The niece was sitting up there barefooted. Another thing that I want to know, Tasha K, is Sam sat there and told you he couldn't get into certain things about court details, right? Because it's still under investigation. So my question to you is, how are you going to put court documents on your Patreon if their case is still under investigation? That sounds like you're tampering with court documents. It sounds illegal too. And another part of this slanderous thing is you called her a crackhead. You've never seen her do drugs. You stated on your YouTube channel in part 3 at the end, she admitted herself into the hospital to get some Percocet pills to feed her crack addiction. Girl, you ain't never seen that lady take no pills. You never seen that lady do no drugs. That's slander. That's defamation of character, baby. Have you not learned anything from your Cardi B lawsuit? I'm just saying, girl. Because it's like you are a repeat offender. You constantly doing the same thing over and over again. Because, girl, it's like this. Commentary is one thing. But you insert yourself into someone's personal and legal issues. Okay? That's a whole other thing. Another thing I want to know is, how can you copyright someone else's intellectual property? You know, while you skating around on YouTube talking about you handing out strikes. How can you do that on Jaguar Wright's intellectual property? Because you use her intellectual property in all 3 parts. I'm just saying. How can you clear her intellectual property through your lawyer? And why would a lawyer tell you that it's okay to use someone else's intellectual property in your videos without their permission? Girl, if a lawyer told you that, you need to fire him or her and get you some more legal counseling. That's probably why you ain't getting nowhere with this Cardi B thing. Because you will lose. And I see what you doing, you know, with your little minions and your little wino. You got them helping you pay for your litigation. I mean, they should. They the one that was egging you on instead of telling you to stop. So, charge them, girl. I see you. My thing is, everybody she interviewed, including the son, is not being 100% honest. And the demise of their marriage was equal. It wasn't all on Jaguar, okay? And at the end of part 3, I caught something else. Tasha K threw shade at Sam Odom, okay? When she said My mother isn't raising my kids. Shots fired. Okay? And then she tried to turn around and clean it up by bigging him up and calling him a stand-up guy. Girl, you just threw shots at him. Because here's the thing, y'all. While y'all rallying around Sam Odom, he's not who y'all think he is. Okay? He ain't even raising a child. It's very obvious that his mother raised that child. When he got custody of that child didn't go stay with him. That boy moved in with his mama. Samuel Odom, in my opinion, is far from a stand-up guy. Okay? He used Jaguar Wright just like everybody else did. Okay? And the son is indeed being controlled, in my opinion, by the father and his mother. Okay? But mostly by the grandmother. Okay? And here's why I say that. I'll give you an example. In that video, when she told him to go in the house, he went in the house. Okay? And when he came back out, and Jaguar was standing over there by the car, going on, she said, "You see why you're not going back over there with her?" So you already know that she's always in his ear like that. That was a clear indication that that old lady, Miss Tina, is very controlling. She is not holier than thou, okay? Creating division between a mother and her child doesn't help the situation, okay? Think about it, y'all. He's 18 years old. He stood there and could not make his own decisions. She made decisions for him. And all of this artistic and all that back and forth with that, let me tell y'all something. He is allegedly an 18-year-old child in college, right? That's what they stated. That old lady ordered the 18-year-old adult to go in the house, and he ran in the house. Okay? When Tasha K was talking to him, he's very articulate with his words, but he did not answer those questions like an 18-year-old college student or an experienced 18-year-old, okay? And the thing about the allegations that happened with him in school, him, Jaguar Wright, and Samuel Odom told 3 different stories. Neither one of their stories matched. So I'm not understanding what Tasha K is trying to prove with all this. She's trying to push a narrative, in my opinion, that Jaguar Wright is a liar, but she's a liar. She's trying to push the narrative that Jaguar Wright is a manipulator, but she's a manipulator. So, girl, what are you doing? Another thing that I don't like is the fact that Denise spoke on the allegations between Jaguar Wright and her dad. Girl, how are you even able to speak on that? You were a child, okay? And the fact that they just totally dismissed her and did nothing about it, that tells you all, well, they told me, that something is wrong. And they are the type of people to sweep that type of thing under the rug, which is what happens in most black families. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. I believe Jaguar Wright when she says that Samuel Odom is paying his mama rent because his son is staying there. I believe that, right? Think about it. In most cases, when someone in your family steps up and takes custody of your child, in a lot of cases, those people are not doing it at the kindness of their heart. They doing it because money come along with them kids or child. Child, let's get into the video. When I first seen the video of Jaguar and his mom, I saw it on Facebook. She put it on Facebook before she put it on Instagram. Okay, girl. I do not supposed to be laughing at this, but baby, that was hilarious. Child, Mama Odom said, "Move back, Jackie. I'm finna close my door. I don't want no flies in here." Baby, that was a little read, Miss Odom, but you are not as quick as Jag. Baby, Jag came back with, "You look like a fly." I fell out. I said, "Oh, girl." Then, then the part about, "Get your phone out of my face. My phone is not in your face." And then she on her phone recording, talking about, "I'm recording too." Jag said, "Well, your phone is not as good as mine. Check out this HD. Check out this HD." Girl, I said, "Oh my God." But when you called that lady a old hoe, I was done. Girl, watch your mouth, Jag. Girl, you disrespectful to your elder, you know. And stop hollering at your mama, girl. Oh my God. Look at this HD. Look at this HD. Girl, that lady said, "Get off my porch, Jackie. I'm finna close my door. I don't want no flies getting in my house." That was said, "You look like a fly." Oh God. This is horrible. And this whole thing about her abusing her mother, and it's been going on for years. I don't believe that. Okay? If that were true, why has no one ever done anything? If they got all this information and they know all of this has been going on for years, they just as guilty as they say Jaguar Wright is, because they didn't do nothing about it. I don't believe none of that. Okay? And her sister, Jaguar Wright's mother, her sister, and her daughter, Jaguar Wright's sister, they the one that put the lady in an institution. Jaguar Wright was in jail. When she got out of jail, she went and got her mama and a power of attorney over her mama. So, what are you people talking about? And Jaguar Wright mama ain't all the way innocent either, baby. She been doing a little talking. Because when Jaguar Wright was telling her what was going on during that conversation, something about some lady was robbing them and you let them do this and you let them do that. And the lady was, her mama was up under the impression that she was talking about someone else. And Jag was like, "No, I'm talking about so and so and so." So she said, "Oh, that lady." And Jag like, "Yeah, the lady that you went and told this and this and that about me, mama got quiet." Okay? It's some truth right there too. Okay? Mama ain't all the way innocent. Y'all know y'all mama. Because everybody got a mama like that. You know. That'll tell your business. She'll call around in the family and tell you, "Girl, you know it's so and so and so. They done broke up again. She done put him out because she mad at him and he done come over here talking about, I don't know why your daughter doing me like that. He say he finna go rent him a room. His mama just called me. I'm going to call up back in a minute. Mama been on call your uncle, your auntie, your cousin, friends of the family. They calling you. Girl, what had happened? Your mama had said, you call your mama back. Why is you telling people my business? I ain't tell them nothing. All I said was, y'all been together almost 20 years. I don't know why y'all constantly going back and forth the way y'all do. Shit like that, okay? It happens. And Tasha K, girl, you stalking Jaguar Wright. You stalking her and you harassing her. Because that backup YouTube channel you got, girl, all about Jaguar. You just need to go and change the name to All About Jaguar. Every video on that channel is all about Jaguar. If that ain't stalkerish, I don't know what is. Okay? And the girl and the auntie mentioned that Jaguar Wright's current husband threatened them. If that's true, he wrong for that. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. Overall, no one can be 100% right or perfect. Okay? But that's the narrative that Sam and the other people that Tasha K interviewed, even her son, want people to believe. And that's just not realistic, okay? Jaguar Wright can be very aggressive in her delivery, right? But what I don't get is, how can people ignore the message? Okay? That woman is literally crying out for help. And the people that's supposed to care about her are the main ones that's turning their back on her. Imagine when she was at the top of her game, a lot of people depended on her financially, and she was there for those people. And that lady is living out of her car, and no one offered to cash app her money, help her get an apartment, invite her to stay at their home until she got on her feet, or pay for a hotel room for a couple of days, not even one night for this woman. And I think that that is very disturbing and disgusting. And the situation about all of this, I also think that her pride is too high. Yeah. Imagine being in a situation like that, and the people that you love and the people that you thought loved you just turn their back on you. That's gotta hurt. Okay? Can you imagine what that woman is going through? The pain, the trauma, the disrespect, the slander, the defamation, the rude comments in the comment section, all that. Can you imagine what type of burden it is on that woman right now being in her situation? Another thing that I wanted to point out before I let y'all go, that lady sat up there and told her audience that a major network wanted to pick that up. Lies. No major network would have put money behind that. That was unprofessional. It was trash. And it was low class. Okay? Hell, Denise was sitting up there barefooted. And another thing you need to know, Tasha K, surviving R. Kelly cannot be duplicated. There will never be another surviving anybody as big as R. Kelly. Stop lying to people. No network will pick that up. Jaguar Wright was not even a big enough star in order for any major network to pick that up. Okay? She was not a mega star. She was not a superstar. Versus R. Kelly, who's the king of R&B. Okay? Stop lying to people.